rise, giving the most praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his honorable prophet. All honors go to Islam.
Islam.
How's everyone today?
All is well.
Wonderful. If you could all grab your circle sevens, and we'll begin with the holy instructions from the Prophet in constancy, which is XLI. What chapter is that? It is chapter 41. Yes, my apologies. Chapter 41. Research. Is everyone there?
Islam.
Wonderful. Nature urges thee to inconstancy, O man. Therefore, guard thyself at all times against it. Thou art from the womb of thy mother virtuous, various, and wavering. From the loins of thy father inheriteth thou instability. How then shalt thou be firm? Those who gave thee a body furnished it with weakness. But he who gave thee a soul armed thee with resolution. Employ it, and thou art wise. Be wise, and thou art happy. Islam?
Islam.
Let him who doeth well beware, how he bestoweth of it. For rarely is it of his own will. It is not the event of an impulse from without, born of uncertainty, enforced by accident, dependent on someone else. To thee and to accident is due the praise. Beware of irresolution in the intent of thy actions. Beware of instability in the execution. So shalt thou triumph over two great failings of thy nature. My apologies, I thought I was reading the wrong chapter. I had prepared to measure, but this is it. This is it. Allah is, this is Allah's will here. Islam. This is the bosom. This is what the bosom does, people. I'm going to tell y'all about the bosom in a minute. It'll take you somewhere. Give me a minute. What reproaches reasons more than to act contrary? What can suppress the tendency to these but firmness of mind? The inconstant feeleth that he changeth, but he knoweth not why. He seeth that he escapeth from himself, but he perceiveth not how. Be thou incapable of change, and in that which is right, and men will reply upon thee. Establish unto thyself principles of action, and see that thou ever act according to them. So shall thy passions have no rule over thee. So shall thy constancy ensure unto thee the good thou possessest, and drive from thy door misfortune. Anxiety and disappointment shall be strangers to thy gate. Suspect not evil in anyone until thou seest it. When thou seest, forget it not. Whoso hath been an enemy cannot be a friend, for man mendeth not his faults. How should his actions be right, who hath no rule of his life? Say it again. How should his actions be right, who hath no rule of his life?
Demonstrate my Bible.
Nothing can be just which proceedeth not from reason. The inconstant hath no peace in his soul, neither can he be at ease whom he concerneth himself with. His life is unequal. His motions are irregular. His soul changes with the weather. Today he loveth thee, tomorrow thou art detested by him. And why? Himself knoweth not, wherefore he now hateth. It's a lot of THs. Today, he is the tyrant. Tomorrow, thy servant is less humble. And why? He who is arrogant without power will be servile while there is no subjugation. Today he is profuse. Tomorrow he grudgeth unto his mouth that which it should eat. Thus it is with him who knoweth not moderation. Who shall say of the chameleon, he is black, when the moment after the verdure of the grass overspreadeth him? Who shall say the inconstant, he is joy-filled, when his next breath shall be spent in sighing? What is the life of such a man but the phantom of a dream? In the morning he riseth happy, at noon he is on the rack. This hour he is God, he is a god, the next below a worm. One moment he laugheth, the next he weepeth. He now willeth, in an instant he willeth not, and in another he knoweth not whether he willeth or not. Yet neither ease nor pain have fixed themselves on him. Neither is he waxed greater or become less. Neither hath he had cause for laughter or reason for his sorrow. Therefore shall none of them abide with him. The happiness of the inconstant is a palace built on the surface of the sand. The blowing of the wind carrieth away its foundation. What wonder then that it falleth? And we're going to stop there just for a second. And thank you guys for having the patience with that. I had to call on the breath. So let's discuss the inconstant for just one moment. Let's build upon this man, this woman who at the end of the day cannot make up the mind. Whose mind? His own mind. Who to love, when to love, where to love. Who to hate, when to hate, where to hate. What does this remind you of? Is this not the condition of our people? Is this not the condition of out there in the dunya? Is this not the condition of ourselves? In the morning, you wake up, you say, yes, it's a beautiful day. Then you get to work and I can't stand it. Are we not the same people? Are we not different from those who we think we're saving? Please, let Allah speak to you in the morning. Let him speak to you at night. Islam? In constancy, we are all failures to it. Why? It tells you in the beginning of the chapter. Your mother gave it to it. Your father gave it to you. And now what? How do we condemn it? How do we condemn the inconstant within us? Within self. It's not talking about somebody else. It's talking about you. When I read this, I look in the mirror. Saj, fix yourself. Islam, as we should all go and fix ourselves. Because this is us, is it? Is this not how we build up? Do we not? You cannot climb the ladder if there's no ladder to climb. You must build the ladder. This is the climb. This is the building. Islam? Where are your tools? Let's find the tools. Let's discuss. And here we are. Verse 24. But what the exalted form is this? That hitherward directs its uninterrupted course, whose foot is on earth, whose head is above the clouds. Who is this? This is what we strive for, is it not? Islam. On his brow sitteth majesty. Steadiness is in his port, and in his heart reigneth tranquility. Though obstacles appear in his way, he denieth not to look down upon them. Though heaven and earth oppose his passage, he proceedeth. The mountains sink beneath his tread. The waters of the ocean are dried up under the sole of his foot. The tiger throweth herself across his way in vain, and the spots of the leopard glow against him unregarded. He marches through the embattled legions. With his hands he putteth aside the terrors of death. Storms roar against his shoulders. but are not able to shake them. The thunder bursteth over his head in vain. The lightning serveth but to show the glories of his countenance. His name is resolution. He cometh from the utmost part of earth. He seeth happiness afar. He seeth happiness afar off before him. His eye discovereth her temple beyond the limits of the pole. He walketh up to it. He entereth boldly, and he remaineth there forever. Establish thy heart, O man, in that which is right, and then know the greatest of human is to be immutable. So let's real quick, because I only have a few minutes. Resolution. All right? You get what I'm saying? Can't go too far into it. Resolution, right? Immutable. Are we understanding here? So when we walk, right, and we see that goal with all of these obstacles in front of this very, very narrow path to get to that goal, what do we remind ourselves of? Resolution. We must remain immutable. And this is on an every day-to-day thing. This is not something that's lofty. This is in the morning when we wake up, in the afternoon, after lunchtime, and you still got 5 more hours to go. You look at that goal with resolution. And you tread and you walk that path, right? Immutably, unmovable, uncontested. You see? Can y'all hear me? Islam. I leave you as I came. In peace. Islam. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.